All right, let's try this again. We have we've got audio. Now we just don't have video. Okay. Hey, douche guy. What's up? Okay, I can't see me now. The camera has decided that it hates me. So I'm gonna see if I can swap. Oh boy. That one's all the way over there. We may have to go without camera today. Sorry guys. Okay, so I had to answer a very important question for myself yesterday after building the Does anyone hear it? Okay. Okay, I may hold off. Good morning. Hey Aunt Kitty, good to see you. So yesterday, after feeling so good about building the F-22, I had to answer a question for myself. And the question was this. It's a very simple one. What would that kind of design, a personal design, intuitive design, just based around my knowledge of how aircraft work and everything in the game, how would that look if I decided to build an X-wing from scratch? No instructions, nothing. Just following the basic structure of the cockpit. How would that translate? And this is what I'm actually coming up with right now. This is my reformed X-wing. The only parts really from the instructions and from seen featured before is the wings. And that's fine. It's actually got a really good structure from the from how Lego builds it. But this is my question about how to build this in Lego Fortnite using the techniques that we know. So I'm gonna be continuing this, but not right now because this is more of a thought exercise. What I'm gonna do is a thought experiment. Thought experiments are always good. Curiosity is nice. What I am gonna do right now is I'm gonna pass up the opportunity to keep building that, and we're gonna head back over and continue our Fleet Week. This is the Apache helicopter. Now, a lot of people have been asking me for a tutorial for this, and I do have a tutorial, but the whole thing took me about 12 hours to create. This 12 hours of footage that I have to edit for this. So this is not an easy task. However, it occurred to me yesterday while making a couple of repairs and replacements that a lot of things have changed since this was first released. Well, let's say I first released this. And we have a whole bunch of new parts now that could make something like this a lot easier. Since this is Fleet Week and everything, it might be a good time to revisit this. But revisit it in a way where I can use my knowledge of the build to create something new and terrible. Oh, I messed up with this one. This one's kind of angled upward. Oops. No wonder it's giving a little bit of trouble. Okay, I see how that went. All right. So, how is everyone this morning? Hope everyone is doing good. And Kitty, good to see you as always. Dirty Draws, what's happening? Okay, let me just get this out of the way here. And we are going to start. Good morning, Rooster. We're going to start on the I don't know. Do I want to do a helicopter, or do I want to do another jet? I really hadn't decided. I mean, like my mind was still over with the new X-wing. So questions. What do you guys think? I mean, this is the F. Hold on. There was one other jet that I had been looking at. Okay, actually two jets. There was the Harrier, and then we had the F-117. Which one is one the older, or is it the F-16? F-16. Oh, then of course it's the F-18. F-116 D. The Fighting Falcon. Single engine back there, single tail. Interesting. We could do some decent work with this. I don't think I'm ready for the Apache. The Apache is a lot of work. That's a heck of a commitment, and I would be kind of flailing on camera as I try to reinterpret it. Would you guys prefer me to? Oh, I made the runway is made with first order pieces. They use what's it called? First order floor pieces. It is made out of obsidian. I actually thought they would have used obsidian and metal, but they don't. It's really weird. Anyway, give me your opinions, guys. Do you think I should tackle the Apache? I'm going to leave this decision up to you, and I will actually listen. So, Apache or F-16? Diego, what's happening? We of course eventually have to get to the bomber jet, but that's still a bit of a ways off. Let us know what you think right now. 1 for Apache, 2 for F-16. Let me know. Come on, chat. Don't let me down. Oh, I should take a look over at TikTok as well. Make sure they're being counted. Come. So nobody. Okay, you want Apache. Of course you want the Apache. You do not know how com how complex this thing is. You really don't. C-130, really dirty. You want a C-130 rolling down the strip? U.S. Marines on a one-way trip? My God. I wasn't even going to do the C-130 until the last thing. I mean, C-130 is tempting. I've always wanted to build a C-130. Hey, Diego, what's up? All right. You know, I am kind of tempted to see what I could do with the Apache. Okay, fine. Dude, okay, I promise you, end of week, we will do the C-130. We may have... Dude, you don't need anybody to build a road that... To build a road. Just lay it down. Lay it flat. In fact, you can actually go ahead and build dirt roads. Did you know this? Okay, in case anybody doesn't know this trick, I'm just going to show it quickly. Let's see. All you need is one of these prefabs. And I'm only doing this because you are talking about the roads and everything. You need one of the prefabs from the fishing village. Everybody has this. So you take the prefab, and you can make dirt roads using this thing. Okay, you lay it down, and it makes roads. Then you go and you get some dynamite. Has to be dynamite. You can blow up most of the pieces you have. Use the pickaxe, but leave one piece intact. So I mean, you can do a combination of destruction here. So you can do this. But if you're doing roads, you need a lot of that. So best thing to do, oops, my bad. Best thing to do is throw some dynamite. Since you're doing roads, a whole string of roads. Me and Aunt Kitty actually did this yesterday for one of the builds that we're doing. Come on. Thermal detonators don't work, or rather they work differently. But you place down these guys and they make roads for you. Okay? Dirt roads. So you can have your whole dirt highway if you want. But if you want a straight road, you don't need anyone to do that. Really, you don't. It's just a lot of work. You gotta put in the work. That's the main thing. You gotta put in the work to get the results. You gotta grind. So that is a heck no, because doing this kind of thing is a huge grind. You have to know how to do this. Okay, I'm gonna move the Apache over a little bit, and this one was really massively over-engineered, and I think we can actually make this smaller. This was made from a design from Rubricable, and it's a very, very good build. It's really big. So I've always kind of wanted to redo it. Oops. All right, can we back it up a little bit here? It's hitting the trees, so the nose is always going to be off. Here we go. As you can see, it tilts backward as it goes up. enough fooling around. Let's get to building. Oh yeah, you don't have to leave a piece in the ground anymore. There's as long as you destroy it with dynamite, you don't have to leave a piece in the ground. You used to, but once you use dynamite, it comes clean out. So you learned something new today. All right, let's get to the Apache. All right, so let's see what we're working with here. And we're kind of going to be building a little bit from scratch. Oh boy. Still so close. Very, very close. All right, let me see what I can do. I'm going to try to move this over a little bit. But like I said, this thing is huge. And especially seeing it right next to the others is very huge. All right. Did we go any further? Nah, we landed back in the same position. Okay, you know what? Heck with it. We're just going to have to go further back to build. Because that's not going to let me do it anywhere else. Oh boy. Sorry, guys. Spend about 30 minutes just farting around, huh? All right. Let's get to it. All right. There we go. And get this. Okay, I feel better about this already. Lego Fortnite has turned into Build a Boat. Is that bad? Oh, you don't like Build a Boat? Well, that's okay. Lego Fortnite has always been better than Build a Boat, except for they have better parts than Lego Fortnite. This is an F-22, and yeah, that is an AH 64D. You got it right. Remember, there are two parts of Lego Fortnite. Some people only think about Lego Fortnite as a survival game, which is absolutely ridiculous. So if you're thinking along those lines, you are pretty much out of your mind because there's so much more to this game. So much more. All right, with the base here, I think this base is really, really wide. So I do like the front piece. However, this front piece can be a little slimmer. So I'm not going to start my build from the nose. I mean, although I could, but um, let me see just how wide this is. Oh, actually, you know what? That was really good for this piece. This nose piece to have those in here. Really good for turning. Navigation was great. So I don't know, man. But I think we can rebuild this lower piece with. Can we do the same thing? Huh. Choices, choices. I do kind of like how this came out. Now, but this is all with Frostpine. So now we have the first order pieces. What can we do to improve? Can we get this in here? Would this be any better if it was thinner? Not so high. I think we're going to have to go this thin and then bring that up to the side. So let's get our base plate going. We're going to do a base plate of 8 across. And we're gonna build up and out from there. Trying to feel our way through the build. This bit is quite big. So don't, if I get a little bit of this wrong, don't quote me on it. Don't beat me up. I'm just working my way through this. If you think I'm wrong, well, you can always come and do better. Okay, that's a little thinner. That's good. 8. Yeah, okay, then we're going to use the mechanical pieces. Mechanical blocks. 6s. I should sleep till morning to get a fresh start. I really should. Can I who's asking that? Can I fly? Of course I can fly it. Right now we're not doing the flight. We're doing the build. I will fly anything you want at the end of the build. We've spent about half an hour mucking about, and we need to get started with the build right now. So I'm not going to entertain any requests to fly at this point. But yes, everything that I build flies. That is kind of the core tenet of what we do. Now this build is actually going to be a little bit on the frustrating side because I have to do 2 things here. I have to get the top plate on, which is actually more important. So maybe I should be building higher and putting the top on than the bottom, because the bottom needs more thrusters on the insides, and the balloons have to be higher because of the sheer nature of the helicopter. But everything starts with this box right here. Everything starts with a box. So it's got that bit of a gradation out going on. What do we have that's slanted that can actually do that better than what we have? I don't think much. We don't have that much more. All right, let me just get the top part on, then we can worry about the rest of it. I may have to do an extension. We'll see. Tackle this one bit at a time. All right. Now this may actually be the same size as a 2x4, 4x4. All right. Let me see what we can do about getting that piece on. So we need machine block. It needs to be aligned perfectly to the bottom. Or should I start from the top? I'm going to go from the top. Not the center, from the top. Am I going up or am I going down? Right, fine. This is a technique that I use to get everything perfectly aligned. It's always going to be aligned to the side. So as long as it's coming from the top, you can snap your machine block to the edge there, very edge, and bring it down. And there you go. Boom, perfect alignment. So we will be able to use this after all. Wicked. Good morning, Haskins. How's it going, my friend? Hope your day is shaping up well. We're just doing a little bit of Apache building. I'm going to be updating this bad boy to modern day building materials. Oh, okay, we got 1, 2, and then out. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, boom. I went too far. So this can now go all the way back. Now I wonder if this is wide enough. We'll see. Then we're going to come and do the same thing over here. And remember, with this, you want that precision. So always use your tools. Don't think you know better. Use the tools. We try to make life easy for you. Really test things out. You got the whole community out here working on things. You got Kaboom, Haskins, Rooster, myself, all part of the Craftopia community. And part of that community is testing out different methods and trying to share the general community so that we all can build better. Just remember that. It's not about anybody trying to claim the accolades for being the best or whatever. It's just about building better, period. So you got to remember that. Now let's see. We have the base down. I will be looking at this a lot, and I do mean a lot. All right, so we do have we got to fill this in all the way, but to the sides we do have those pieces coming up. All right, so we got 2 layers of it, 1 and 2. Where do these occur? Okay, I think one of them occurs on top. So it actually does happen right up here. And how far back? Okay, so second level. I need a 6 on the second level. Let's get as precise as possible. So first level 1, second level. Oh. Oh, really? Okay, so I may have underestimated that a little bit. I think we need to go out a little bit more. Looking a little too sleek here. So forget everything I said about that. I think we need to start a little bit thicker. This is where I would actually bring these guys in. Let's get this side built up first. So let's go 1, 2, and then we're gonna go 3 for this one, because this is the size of a block. 2, 3, and then expand. This should do it. So remember, if you're going to delete anything, you want to be able to replace it first. instead of having to go and do all the work all over again, which is a huge pain in the butt. Believe me. All right. No, I haven't built a mech. The only mech I've built is the AT-AT. That's the only one I've built. I really don't have that much interest in mech, so it's just I usually build stuff that I like, and that's just the nature of it. Can I do something different here? Because we need to start with this piece. I want to get that in, but the angle, it's important to start with the right place. I'm going to break off one of these. So 3, 4. There's a space between 4. So 4 on the back one. Hmm. Okay. Let's see. And I'm messing around with the whole precision here, but gotta get this bit right before we do that much more. So you can come in here, my friend. Come on, be good. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There. That's where that's supposed to begin. Anything else can happen after this point. So if I get this, I don't want you. I want this gone. It's a side piece. Then I can take this piece, turn it, and carry it down. Long piece. All right, so this is the body of the, should be the main body of the canopy. And I think this matches up quite well. Let me just make sure that the angle is good. Yes. Haha. Perfect. So the angle is good. We can carry that to back 2, and then have another one further down. Perfect. This was the main thing that I was worried about. But now that we have, now we know where the body is, it's going to make things a lot easier to work with. I'm loving it. Ba-da-da-da-da. I'm cheesing it. All right. This means that we have a bit of room here for the canopy. That's maybe too much. I'm actually feeling that this is a little thick. It's a thick body. Now for this, it would work, but we aren't going so thick now, are we? What can we do to decrease that? It's going to keep those lines. We're going to decrease the size of that cockpit. Fair amount. Oh, look at that. All of that going on. We don't need all that. No, we don't. So we are going to, I think we're going to double up on this guy. This one right here. And what can we get in here? It's going to make sense. I do want to get that sleek look. I think we may have gone out. Okay. If we went out too much, can we bring it in from the center instead of having to rebuild? That's the big question here. Because this cockpit is like the most important thing. Let's get some seats in and see what we're looking at in terms of the body. So we're always going to need space in the back regardless. 1, 2. There. We're going to have to raise it up regardless. Where is there we go. Risers. Too big. 1, 2, 3. Full rise. Bring this back, and we need at least one space in between. That should give us the space that we need. So we actually need to, we don't need to be this wide. We need to be this wide. Crap. Okay. You know what? There's only one way to do this, and it's with an actual rebuild. But we're not going to destroy anything. We're just going to move things over. And eventually we can pretend this never happened. Yeah. So one of the things that we do want to keep from the look of the actual build is the proportions. And I always felt that this one was a little big. I mean, come on, look at this thing. It's honking. And I always felt it was slightly over the 2:35 ratio. So if there's anything we can do to improve that, I mean, like even the Lego what should we call it? Star Wars builds. What I'm trying to say here? The X-Wing. The X-Wing had always felt way too big. So for me, it was always like it felt a little bit out of place, to be honest. So the new build that I'm doing is more based around the feel of it than the exact Lego set build, because they've had like so many different versions of the X-Wing. And lately, people have been asking me about an update to my first X-Wing. So I started fooling around last night with building X-Wing using the same techniques that I used for the F-16, and it's coming out surprisingly well. So I have some hope. Things are going to be awesome. But that is another story. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Right now, this is the story of making the Apache sleeker in the same way that I can make the rest of these builds sleeker. And that's by going by feel more than anything else, and going by the ratio. Because here is one of the most important parts of building for Lego Fortnite that you may not realize. Our figures are not 2 by 35. Our minifigs are not 2 by 35. and that's the scale that they use for Lego Fortnite. Sorry, that uses for Lego. Our figures are actually smaller, about a third smaller. So anytime you've ever built a ship or built um, a car that's supposed to be exactly the size that you need, you've always felt a little bit small. And it's not your brain, it's not your perception or anything. It's the fact that you're right. It is too small. Lego has been lying to us all this time. I'm kidding. Not lying to us, but you know. So, if we build according to those specs and just scale things down just a little bit, which is really difficult in most cases, especially when it comes to wheels. I mean, the wheels are ginormous, and the smaller they get, the more ridiculous they are because the power wheels don't work. They just don't work. The most success that I've had with wheels so far have been with using small wheels with jets, like just how they used to. So scaling is a huge issue. You can have the most accurate build, but it's always going to be off. Always off because of the fact that the size is wrong. The size of the pieces is wrong. And that may be one of the difficulties they're facing if anyone is trying to adapt anything from the Lego store. Because I know I have. I've adapted lots of stuff direct from the Lego store. The TIE fighters have always been huge. I mean, when I say huge, I mean ginormous. And then the X-wing itself is just mind-bogglingly um, big. It's really, really big. And you look at the movie, and you look at the actual Lego, and you just go, whatever, and you kind of make do with it. But I'll tell you, with the F-22, these builds the past couple days where I've had to not depend on any instructions and just build based on images and everything. It's kind of gone back to where we all started, and it was just about getting those pieces down and making them work. Are we gonna keep this? I think we're gonna keep this. All right. So once again, here we go. This time, we're getting it right. So let's go. Oh, actually, I can hold off on this. I know how this comes out, so it's fine. We're gonna hold off on this and get this next piece right. Let's see. How far back are you? You are 6. You are 6. Tell me you are 6. You are 6. Ta-da! But anyway, I hope this is a whole new realization about what we have to deal with as a community with the sizes of everything, and just recognize that not everything is as it should be. The question is, what are we going to do about it? How is it going to affect our builds? I'm kind of looking at some of the builds with some fresh eyes, a little bit of perspective. But the question is if the game is going to support these new realizations, or if we are going to be forced to deal with a game that stops, stop supporting us. Game that acts like it doesn't care. This is coming from the developer side. Like, I know there's been a lot of burnout recently. A lot of players just giving up on the game. It's not something that I want to do. I like this game, and it's really, it is comfortable. It is intuitive in a way that a lot of other games are not. I mean, there's a lot going on with this that you can do. You can really make work. So I am hopeful that they'll be doing a lot to improve the user experience and actually support the game further. I mean, I have been branching out to other games, trying out different things. And I know that's probably one of the last things that the developers ever want to hear from anyone. But it's the truth. We are out here. Did I just repeat my own mistake? I did, didn't I? It's the same bloody width. All right, well, that's fine, because I can actually fix that. All right, here we go. So we're gonna actually pull this whole thing in. Now, where did this begin? Oh, I shouldn't be looking at that. I should be looking at this. Hey, Monkey Stone, what's happening? I have a theory. It might be bunnies. We've got. As far as we knew. So there you go. There's one. Then we get the plates in the back. And this needs to align to the back plate here. So we could see something. No, there's just and then this is 3. So go full send. Are you too far? You're too far forward. I'm guessing hold on 1 second. What? Eat something. Eat some crackers or something. Okay, hold on a second. I have to go and help my daughter. I will be right back. In the meantime, I'm just going to dance in front of her. And we're back. All right. My camera's still punked out. Hey, Monkey Stone. All right. Let's see. All right. So bringing this in, because I messed up. How dare I? forgot we're supposed to go 6, not 8. So gotta redo this bit. But that's okay. I was actually thinking we may not need to have mechanical blocks in here, except as ballast. You know, weight, a little bit of weight distribution. We'll see.
I've got every single dot.
There. We should be looking at those sleek lines now.
No. It's only, but they do have.
All right. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side that we did to the front. Now, technically, I could just go ahead and keep building to the side so that I know where I'm going to mess up and how I'm going to fix it. That's usually what I do. I build up one side, and then I try to focus on the next side. But here we go. So from full 235 to Lego Fortnite size. I'm getting a text message. It's 9:32. Does that come? Oh. Oh. Really? So, something interesting just happened. And I'm wondering if I should take advantage of it.
It should.
You see how thin that is? I'm wondering if I should. I think I have to. I have to. All right. So I think I just broke my own brain. Because of the way this was structured, I went and I put the side piece on the side, which means that this is now down to different size. This is now a 4 piece in the middle. So check this out. This is actually thinner. This is no longer just it's now going to be half the size. I wonder how that works out with the actual what's the word I'm looking for here? Scale. How true to scale that is. Tell you what, though, we're going to find out. So 3 of these now. 3 of these guys. Not much room underneath. That's okay. Okay. we're going to have to recenter this. Let me get this in here and under here. And that should do us. So now I can take this out. And this should be supporting the, yep, there it is. Ah! If I'm wrong about this, then we're going to find out. I don't think I am.
Like, the only...
We're doing a real custom build on this. Oh boy. So we're almost in no man's land at this point.
I mean, yeah, I don't really like the...
Will I regret putting the blocks in there?
I'm not,
Possibly. But only one way to find out. I can always come back and destroy what we don't need. Let's get this into shape. All right, there we go. So fooling around. It's a voyage of discovery. If you like this kind of thing, then, you know, thanks for hanging around. If it's not, you know, not quite your speed, you want to complete your tutorial, well, you're going to have to wait for that. All right. Hey, look, I woke up to rain. Rain keeps falling down. Rain, rain. Okay, that hit at the weirdest time just now. Okay, do we have a much of a nose? Yep. It's a bit of a nose. Okay, we'll figure that out. Next, let's get this back piece sorted out. So 6.
Obvious.
And 8. Back to first order pieces. Go to the roof. First order. These are always a little more difficult to place. So, you know what I'm going to do? To make it a little easier on myself, I'm going to put this right here. And I slap this to the side. There we go. Once that's on, I should be able to just snap to the point, bring it up. Then do the same back here, and boom, snap again. Then on the inside, oh, I don't have to double up on the inside anymore. Wicked. Don't know why I instigate. Say what I don't mean. Don't know how I got this way. never be alright. So I'm breaking the habits tonight. All right, building the canopy for this is going to be interesting. We already have a canopy designed. I think it's going to work quite well for this. It's a bit of a bubble, and it does work. So we're going to be trying out a few new things. I think we have here, and all right. Okay, so instead of building out the rest of this with the nose and everything going on, I think I'm going to. Should I work on the body, rest of the body, get that shape into place, and then come back for details? I think I'm going to have to. 2, 3, and then all the way back. Come back and fill this in. I think we meant to put some thrusters on the inside of these things. So upward thrust is going to be mainly situated in here. So this is wide enough right now to accommodate that. So a little bit of planning ahead never hurts. So maybe we can hide a lot of stuff that's going to be going on. I think we can even use some of this. How far back can it go? No, we're limited. So we'll see how we can use everything we have at our disposal. But that should be perfectly aligned to the top. Why isn't it aligned to the top? Yeah, okay. See, it's perfectly aligned to the top. It's just the sideward placement that affects it. All right. Hey, Chicken Pollo, what's happening? Okay, so from the back here, now we have the back curve, back angle. We go with the back plate. So I'm going to stick the back plate on. Yep. Where's that back plate? Come on, come on. Be nice to me. Please stay in alignment. Thank you. How much higher should it be? Let's get a good feel for it right there. Does it have to be that much higher? Okay, so only up one more. We're all the way down there. So there's a fair amount going on. Okay, you know what? That's fine. Now we're going to get these guys back into play. 2, 3. Now here's the thing. We actually need to get the back plate here, because this is where the balloons are going to go. Most of the balloons for the to keep it upright and to keep it steady are going to be located in the back here. I may have given up a little bit of space with that, so I'm rethinking that since nothing actually needs to go onto it. That's at least one space I can get back, since I have to put down a solid piece here to make sure it works. So, in that instance, what can I do here? I can use these guys.
Oh yeah. So what do you do?
Fence posts. Make sure that I can still sit.
Specifically talking about games.
Okay, perfect. So now that I have that in place, the top part may not be as integral, since the balloons are going to be taking up most of that space right there. Most of the machine space is usually about
Wait.
8 studs high.
So go left. Two noses.
So balloon. Okay, so that is a little not less. That's a little less.
That's not.
So anything that I do needs to go on after. All right, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put them center. Use the balloon trick. You don't know the balloon trick, you're about to learn it. It's 9:46. Means that I'm gonna have to run off to work pretty soon. So just giving you guys a little bit of early warning. We will have to continue this build tomorrow. But I will continue this on stream, I promise. Now I'm gonna over deliver on some of the balloons here, because you can always delete balloons later. As you figure out the true buoyancy of everything. So I'm not too worried about having too many balloons. I am worried about having too few. All right. So let's spend the rest of this time that we have building up the rest of this. Now we have these huge turbines here. We got, how many spaces do we have here for the balloons? One, two, so that's a 12. But the same amount at the back as we have to the front. But it does start to have, starts to decline around that point. So it starts to move downward. Now we have some solutions for that, and we can get those into place. Let's see what we're looking at. Ah, son of a me. All right, so here we go. Now I want to get this aligned to the side, so I'm going to pop this up here. Oh, oops, my bad. I forgot something important.
He's right beside the Speaking of that, right before, we got to go around the city.
Okay, so that could be a little problematic. Or a lot problematic, depends. Do we want to take advantage of that and bring it down, or do we want... Or, you know what, do both. I gotta figure out this next part anyway. And question is, how much of a curve of an angle do we actually need? and it's got to come down gradually. It's got to step down. And we have these new pieces from the Supernova kit. So I'm going to compare it to this here and see what kind of angle we got going on.
So you can and do not kill the gemstones.
That okay, so this the angle may be a bit extreme. Or not. That angle seems to work quite nicely. So that will work. So I just have to get this out to the right place. I think this is going to be a continual step down. Are you okay? Okay, my family's back. I think my daughter needs me. She's got a bit of a bellyache. So of course, her bellyache is my bellyache. She loves to share, what can I say? All right, so 9:52.
No.
Whoa, that actually matches the back in a different way than I expected. Same angle for the front and the back. Weird. All right, so I think this needs to be higher.
And flush finishes.
Now we have this, we can actually achieve a little bit more. Hmm. Maybe a little problematic. Best way to get these to align is to another piece. I think this may work. One sec. Let me see if. Thank you. Doing something. No. Okay. I was gonna lose it. Well, this should be in alignment. So I should be able to bring this out and pull that under so that it aligns properly. Or let's do this. Oops. Wrong piece.
So if you put
There we go. So we have a nice alignment. The key is that it has to go between between turned pieces or between machine blocks, or an upright piece. That is the main technique that's happening in there. So be aware, so you can make an informed decision. Huh, it doesn't like that over there. And all right, so I'm gonna have to do that again. All right, so we got rid of that. Let's see if we can pull this in. And can we get a different result now? Ah, see? Now it works in there. Just needs that tiny connection point. Now it's all set. So get rid of that. And everything's happy. And we start at the back of the build now. Canopy's gonna be fun. So much fun. Okay, let's see how far back this goes. Because we do have, it doesn't just go straight back. It has to go down a little bit and then make a couple of changes. So right about here. Then do a step down. Why aren't you working? There. So let's see how long this thing is. It's a lot bigger than you think. 16 and a bit. 16 and a bit. Okay. So I think that's going to be... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses there. All right, so we got to come down to singles. Perfect. So this should be the demarcation zone. And see, it's all coming together. So I should be able to move in and pull this back out from here. Let's see how far. Is it 12?
I've got.
2 and 3 and 4 mistakes. And then let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yep, it's a big one. I wonder if I just kept that straight, because I think we didn't have a proper angle before. But actually may help us if we're higher up. I had to fight for that angle. Man, I had to fight for that angle so bad. But we have much better angles right now. So we should be able to get the rest of this. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. I gotta go to work. It's It's been a very long weekend, so there's a lot to do. We will come back to this tomorrow, but the Apache helicopter redo is on its way. The new and improved. So I hope you guys dig it. And I will see you tomorrow on the Mad Puck 6. I stream every day from 8:30 a.m. to 10 o'clock. When we're off to work, stream in Lego Fortnite live builds. And you do Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, science fiction, fantasy, and other really cool stuff. Always epic builds here on Lego Fortnite. If you are new here, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're not new, well, always good to see you. You guys make this whole experience a lot cooler, and I'm so glad you joined me. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Hey, hey, Brian Bloom, what's up? And I will see y'all later. I gotta go to work. Bye.